Hey, it's Adam, Avalon Auto, Alpharetta, Georgia, Avalon Auto Group on YouTube, Avalon Auto ATL on Instagram. Next up, 2007 Lexus GX470, titanium metallic, ivory interior, 205,000 miles, but exceptionally well maintained. This one, interior was fairly rough when we got it. Exterior is pretty clean. Let me back this up. Wheels, we're probably going to swap this. I'm going to see what other stock wheels we have. Very common at this age. The finish just starts fading off of them. Tires are great. Brakes are good. We still have to send it through our final mechanical inspection, but this thing, has been exceptionally well maintained. We've done headlights as we do on all of them now. I believe we painted the front bumper. Just had some parking lot stuff on the corners, nothing major, but enough to where we wanted to paint it and make it look fresh because the hood's perfect. Very few little rock chips, but nothing major at all. This titanium metallic does not have the common sun damage on the plastics that a lot of them do. This one's actually in great shape. We did swap out the Prado OEM belt moldings in black. The original ones were just starting to separate and hanging off and look like crap, so swapped around all of them, silicone the rear as we do. Both front seats fully recovered just so it looks as fresh as possible. Steering wheel was refinished yesterday, as well as some armrests. This door panel has a decent amount of elbow damage, so if this is used as the armrest as opposed to this will wear. And he did a good job patching it up. There was a small little puncture wound right there. You can still kind of see the remnants of, but 200,000 miles, that's a lot of time with a butt in the seat. We did make a second key for it, so it does come with 2 keys. We will be doing a rear spring conversion. Haven't noticed until this morning. It came back from detail yesterday. This morning it was sitting on its bump stop, so we're just going to put some springs in there. This 07 does have backup camera, aux input. This center console area, a lot of these, the finish, depending on what they cleaned it with, it's just starting to wear and has some staining. There's really not much we can do for this, honestly. But again, the rest of the dash has been replaced. Seats are perfect. They're all brand new, factory fresh. Back seats, we also had them re-dye. There was just some car seat wounds, basically, where it pulls the car seat in so tight it starts to separate at the seams. But had all that refreshed, so it looks great. Center cup holder, everything works great. This one does have the rear DVD option, which is nice. This does suffer from the infamous saggy net syndrome. So there's Rego Fabrications, probably my favorite little plate for that. It does have 3rd row seats. A little bit of wear in the back cargo area. That's fairly normal for an SUV of this age and mileage. This one did spend the first 7 years, 70,000 miles of its life in New York. Do not stop the video. I was at the auction in person. I had this on my list just to check it, but I put it probably rusty. I am kind of astounded at how freaking clean this frame is. It is exceptional for spending any amount of time in the north. The cam bolts, alignment bolts, everything is clean. The radiator support, body mounts, everything is I went back and checked this thing 3 times before the auction started, because I was just like, man, did I miss some rust? No, I didn't. This thing came out of the north completely freaking unscathed. Axles have been replaced at some point recently. That's an OEM Toyota axle. Again, I'm just astounded by how clean this is for having northern history, because the Achilles heel of Toyotas is they are super susceptible to rust, and somebody either did not drive this much up there, never drove it in the snow or salt, or maybe it was their car that stayed in New York and they traveled to Florida because it went to Florida after New York. But very, very clean. Again, I went back and checked this thing 3 different times underneath because I just couldn't believe. I'm like, man, did I spent that much time in the north? Holy shit. But yeah, it's clean. Very, very clean. Again, still going into its final mechanical inspection. We're either gonna replace a sensor or disable them, potentially swap some wheels out. But again, I think I forgot to do the engine bay. This one has great service history. Timing was done in 2020, so 4 years ago, but they've driven a good amount since. So it was done at 128, so it's got about 13,000 miles left before the next recommended mileage interval. It's got plenty of years left on it, but you know, if you plan on driving this 15-20,000 miles a year, we can probably work that into it and get that service done. It does have a Lexus OEM battery. I've ordered the brackets for it. Those are missing, but we'll get that secured beforehand. We did replace both hood shocks, and they are nice and tight. But again, nice 07 titanium metallic restored GX470. Very nice one. Drives great, sounds good. Again, we're gonna send it through the final inspection and make sure we didn't miss anything on our first overview. Adam with Avalon Auto. Let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.